Hi there, Steve McGee back in Parliament again. This is our last sitting week before the winter recess, which we've got, I think, 4 to 5 weeks away from Parliament House, which is great so people can recharge their batteries. It's been a big autumn going into the early winter season of Parliament. So we've been here since Tuesday, today, Thursday afternoon, the 20th of June. Been a lot going on this week. Legislation in workplace standards, in the integrity situation and code of conduct and all those sorts of things in regard to a standard that we expect in every workplace, but certainly a standard that we would expect in Parliament House. And that legislation, I did speak on it earlier in the week on Wednesday, and that will clearly get passed today. A couple of other things. I was supposed to speak on the justice legislation today, but we're running out of time and it doesn't look like I'll get up on that, which is a shame because it's a fantastic speech ready to go. Maybe not from me, but certainly the writers of the speech did very well. The other couple of things that I did speak on was a member statement about the fuel prices in Melton, and we all understand the terrible situation in Melton where these fuel outlets seem to think that they can run their own show and charge people well above the prices that are in the surrounding areas and right across the state. We've seen what I would argue is price gouging by our Shell outlets, our BP outlets, our 7-Eleven outlets, United, all those outlets in Melton. Every one of them are consistent. And they're at least 10, 20, 30, 40. And last week, they were 50 cents per litre above every fuel station that I went past between Melton, Geelong, and into Ballarat. And it's disgraceful, and I'm calling them out. And I hope the ACCC will investigate their price gouging. It is a damn disgrace. And all the Melton people, if we're sensible, you will not purchase fuel in Melton with the limits or with the prices that they've got on fuel at the moment. Go elsewhere. Go to Bacchus. Go to Gisborne. Go to Rockbank. Go to Deer Park if you have to. If you're driving in and out of Melton, fuel up your cars outside of Melton. That's the only way we're going to teach these people a lesson. And until an independent operator comes into Melton, there's not going to be pressure put on them. So that's enough from me on that, and we'll continue to pursue that matter. Other things that have happened, events that have happened this week, was for bowel cancer. Yesterday, they call it Red Apple Day. Please be tested. You'll get, the people that after certain age, I think it's after 50 years of age, you'll get those test kits in the mail. Don't be afraid to try it and give it a go because it could save someone's life. And what they're trying to detect is whether there's any blood in your droppings. It doesn't pick up cancer, but it will pick up a detection of blood, and then you might need to see your doctor and things like that if that comes back. But don't be afraid. Prevention is the greatest cure of any type of illness, but also cancer, and bowel cancer is one of those cancers that if early detected, there can be really positive outcomes. So don't be afraid to be across it and have a look on their website. A couple of other things that have happened. Been to a number of events. Football for Climate Change have been here all week, and I've got to give a shout out to Tom Campbell and Jasper Pittard who have put this together. This is about, again, it's about climate change and how our local sporting clubs and football clubs have been affected by floods, bushfires, all those sorts of things over the last few years. And this is about making sure that we attack climate change in a positive way that prevents those disasters happening to local areas and local sporting clubs. And I commend Tom Campbell and Jasper Pittard for all of their efforts, and the team that they've had in here in Parliament this week has been fantastic, and there was a great event last night in regard to it. Dementia Society or Association have been here, and that was a terrific event also. Another important health issue that it's the Friends of Parliamentary Friends of Dementia, and again, it's another health issue that we all need to be across, and we'll probably all know someone that's had some element or some level of dementia, whether it be a family member or a friend. Really important health issue for all of us, and as we're all living longer, there's going to be a higher percentage of people that will end up with dementia. We had Bring Your Dog to Work Day on Tuesday, and many dogs in here. I could tell you a line on that one. I'm sure there'll be some characters out there looking at this video saying, oh yeah, the place is full of dogs. But that's okay. Dogs are a man's best friend, remember? Or a person's best friend, I should say, in this day and age. But it was fantastic to see the dogs. The RSPCA were in here, and it was a really great morning. And it is really important that tomorrow, being Friday the 21st, I think it's Bring Your Dog to Work Day. So everyone that can do that, just take your dog to work, pat them on the head, and it'll be a different workplace for a change, because they do change the atmosphere within workplaces, and they do help us with our health, that's for sure. And I'll be going home tonight and patting my dogs on the head, I can tell you, because I've missed them for the last week. A couple of other things to round out. Today we had a Punjabi Indian singer, performer, Sagi Man, or Sagi Man, Man, probably not Man, that came into Parliament with her entourage, and it was great to catch up with them. She's doing a number of performances here in Melbourne on Sunday night, I think at the Broadmeadows Town Hall, and then off interstate. This is her third time here to Australia. A really well-known singer out of India, and a lovely person, and her entourage. It was great to have them in visiting Parliament today. Last night we had the Premier's Victorian Wine Competition and wine tasting, and that was terrific. I think there was at least a dozen wineries from around Victoria. I think the winner of the Premier's Wine of the Year was Oakdean Single Vineyard, Liz's Chardonnay 2022, let me tell you. Very nice wine, recommend it. But a whole range of the wines that were here last night, right from across the state, Western District, Rutherglen, Pyrenees, you name it. They were from the Gippsland area. We are so lucky in Victoria with our wineries and the great standard of wines that we have. So get out and about and try your local wines. And I don't know if everyone realises, but Victoria has the highest amount of wineries in Australia compared to every other state. And people are probably surprised of that, but that's a fact. And I won't give you a quoted number. The last time I read it was, well in excess of, right high up in the 500s, 570, 580 wineries. It's probably more now. But we have the most amount of wineries in the country, in the state of Victoria. Couple of other things. We did meet with the Islamic Schools Association of Australia today with the Deputy Premier and Education Minister, Ben Carroll, a couple of other ministers, Gabrielle Williams and Lily D'Ambrosio, and about 10 other MPs met with the principals of the Islamic schools, and it was great to catch up with them as a collective today to talk about their issues. And they're doing a fantastic job for us. 46,000 students go to our Islamic schools in Victoria, and growing rapidly. So it was great to catch up with them and hear some of their issues that are happening around their Islamic schools, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with them again in the not too distant future. And finally, just as a reminder, on Saturday at the Bacchus Marsh Football Club, we've got the big freeze on. I know people thought it happened the other week. That was nothing. That thing at the MCG was nothing compared to what's going to happen this Saturday at Bacchus Marsh, probably around 1:30. The big freeze, donate to Fight MND. They've done it before, and they've raised plenty of money in the past. There's a number of people sliding down into the ice cold water, and I'll be one of them. I'll be the Joker in the penguin suit. We've received some fantastic donations. Congratulations to the Bacchus Marsh Football Club. It is an unbelievable cause. And I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine who's a paramedic, Shane Foster, who's unfortunately suffering from MND. But, been a paramedic for over 43 years, served this state, saved many lives, and unfortunately struck down with this insidious disease. And a great colleague of mine here at Parliament, Emma Vulan, the member for Pakenham, who was diagnosed only a couple of months ago. You'll never see Emma without a smile on her face. But to both of them, both Emma and Shane, we wish you the best. We'll do our best to try and support you as much as we can. We know the tough times that you're going through. But I just want everyone to get out there at Bacchus Marsh on Saturday. If you want to see a politician drown in ice, get out there. See you then. Bye.